Will Conan be babysitting? I mean...
It's Sona Fixes Your Life!
Tiger Shark Bite says, how difficult was it to pick names? Funny story about names. So, we had been throwing around names for a while and we hadn't really settled on them. And then when I walked into the room at one point, I had gone to the bathroom, I came back and my husband was filling out the paperwork for the birth certificate and he just put two of the names that we had talked about. But we weren't these are their names. I think he was just felt he needed to fill out the paperwork. So that's how we named our boys. But they were the two, names we were thinking of. But I just was maybe once they're born, we'll talk about it. We'll look at them. But once the paperwork was filled out, I was like, all right, that sounds good. Works for me. So I would say the hospital paperwork pretty much named our babies for us. And then their middle names are my grandpa's names. And you know what? I figured if they're going to have my husband's last name, then I get to pick the middle name, right? I won that one. So was it difficult? Yeah, it's difficult. You're picking a name they're going to use for the rest of their lives. So really difficult. But now that we know them and we've been calling them by their names, by Charlie and Mikey for the last 4 months, we're oh, he's a Charlie, or oh, he's a Mikey. But it would have been that no matter what we named them. So anyway, you're welcome. At Matt Rarua says, I have a 4-month-old. What's your kid's bedtime routine? I have 4-month-old too. I have 2 4-month-old babies too. I can't talk. That's cool. What is our kid's bedtime routine? It changes from time to time. I know that doesn't sound like a routine, but little elements of it change, but it's a bath. Then we put them in their sleep thing. Then we feed them. Then we hang out with them for a little bit until they're drowsy. And then we put them in their cribs. I wish I could say we read books and then I sing to them, but they usually fall asleep before I could do any of that stuff. They have very short attention spans. I'm curious to hear what your bedtime routine is, but when we do it, they sleep. So it works. So we just do that. You're welcome. At Jason Davis 929 says, will Conan be babysitting? It's funny because someone else asked how I keep Conan away from my children, but will Conan be babysitting? I mean, probably not. I babysat Conan, so it's just weird if somebody you babysat is going to babysit your kids, right? I guess not. Maybe he's old enough. Maybe he can figure it out. He has 2 really cool kids, so he did something right. Will Conan be babysitting? I mean, come on. No, of course not. And you knew that. You knew that, Jason Davis. No. First of all, he lives too far. He always makes comments about how far away I live. He won't ever drive out here. Second, I feel like he'll do too many bits and then the kids will get irritated and then he'll get irritated. He's not getting the right response and it just won't work out. So no, he's not going to. I want to say you're welcome, but I didn't help raise your kids with this question. But you're welcome. Anyway.